Hi guys, Laura here. As I said in my previous video, I'm going on a slight book ban. The only reason I'm doing it now is because I bought so many books the last 3 months that I really want to read them before I buy more. There are two caveats to this book ban. If I am in the middle of a series and I don't have the next book, I can buy it or I can rent it or do something to get it. Also, if there's any new releases that are coming out that I really do want to read, like I know that there's one coming out in the end of August, and that's Percy Jackson's Gods by Rick Riordan, I can buy it because I've wanted to read it. But these are the books I'm going to try to read. I think there's, with sequels and everything, I think there's about 25 of them, so I don't know how long it will take me. But I want to try to finish them before I get new books. There also are a few more on my bookshelf that I do want to read, but these are just the ones that I had on my bookshelf, so these are going to be the books that I'm going to try to read before I buy any more. I'm just going to go over them. Most of these were in my book haul, but I'll go over all of them and say when I hope to read them. The first book is The Reluctant Assassin by Ian Colfer. I recently got this. The sequel is out. It's part of the Warp series, but I've had my eye on this a lot. I really like Ian Colfer's writing. I started reading his Artemis Fowl series when I was younger, and I recently listened to the first book on audiobook. So I really am excited to see what he did with this world and see where this book takes me. The next book is Lucid by Andrea Soules and Ross Bass. It's about two people. The tagline is, "What if you could dream your way into a different life?" I think that these two girls fall asleep and inadvertently wind up in the other's life. And it's kind of about choosing what your identity is and who you want to be. And it's kind of twin-based in a sense, and I really like twin books, so hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on this soon. I bought this one on Book Outlet, so I got a really good price on it. The next book is The Awakening, which is the second book in the Darkest Power series. The Summoning is the first one. I got this from my library for cheap. It was like in the bargain book section. It was like for $1. So I'm going to try to either rent The Summoning from the library or try to get it on my Kindle. But this is another book that I hope to read and start because the series sounded really good. I heard about it on a couple of different people's channels previously. So the next book is one by Linked by Emma Jean Halson. I just did this in my book haul, but it's about twins that meet under mysterious circumstances. The cover is gorgeous. I think that this book has a sequel too. So if I like it, maybe I'll be able to continue it. The next book is The Curse of the Wendigo by Rick Yancey. This is the second book in the Monstrumologist series. So I'm probably going to buy this one on my Kindle because I would like to get the whole series and then see where it goes. The next book I got was The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Fedor. I'm probably not going to read this anytime soon, but I figure I'd put it on my shelf and see what happens. But I love Alice in Wonderland. I love the world that it creates, and this is kind of a twist on that, so I'd be intrigued to see where it goes. But I've had my eyes on the series for like a while. The next book is The Strange and Deadly series by Susan Dennard. I think that there's 3 books that are currently out, and it's a historical fiction with a little bit of mystery and sci-fi elements into it. So I'm really excited to get my hands on this and see what happens. The next book, I don't actually know if this is a series, but it's really, really tiny. I think this might either be the newest book in the Hexwell series or a sequel series called School Spirits. So if you know, let me know. The covers look remarkably similar, so maybe it's like a spin-off series. I'm not really sure, but I would like to know if I need to read something before I read this, so if you know, comment below, and I thank you very much. The next book I want to read is Pushing the Limits by Kate McGarry. I'm in the middle of reading a contemporary right now, and I really do like it, so maybe I'll be able to get to read this quicker. But it is the first book in the Pushing the Limits series. I know it's like a lot of companion novels, but people have been telling me she's a really good author, so I'd love to get my hands on it. This is no surprise. I'm currently reading City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, and this is the final book in the Mortal Instruments series. It's called City of Heavenly Fire. It is a monster of a book, but I really want to get my hands on it, but I won't be reading this until I finish City of Lost Souls, and I still have a lot of hours left. But hopefully my goal is to read this by the end of the summer. That's my goal. The next 2 books are by Sarah Shepard, so it's The Heiress, which is a new book and a new series for her, and Toxic, which is the 12th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. I've had these on my shelf for a while, so I really hope I can get to them, and especially this one because the new one comes out in December, and I want to be fully caught up by the time that book comes out. and this is the start of the series. The next book is Tempest by Julie Cross. It's a time travel book. I heard a slight rumor I might be getting the second one for my birthday, so hopefully I'll be able to read this by then so I can marathon them. The next book, I just did this in my book haul, but it's Chaos of the Stars by Kiersten White. It's a little bit of Egyptian mythology with a modern twist. She's also the same writer that wrote Mind Games, so maybe I'll do like a author month or whatever. We will see. The next book is another sequel. It's Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, which is the sequel to Cinder. Crest is also out, so this is probably the series I'm going to try to marathon if at all possible. The next book, set of books, is the first two books in the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's Obsidian and Onyx. I've heard really good things about this. It's rumored to be for Twilight fans. And I've always wanted to read something by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and when I read new authors, I try to read series first. It lets me know a little bit more about them as writers, I think. The next book, which is highly anticipated for me, is Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. It's a high fantasy novel. It's really thick, but the cover is gorgeous. So I really hope to get my hands on this soon and read it. I really want to read this soon. This is probably going to be right after I read The Murder Complex and Anna and the French Kiss. I'm going to read Queen of the Tearling. Anna and the French Kiss. Anna and the French Kiss is the first book in the series by Stephanie Perkins. It's Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and then Island the Happily Ever After. Island the Happily Ever After comes out in August, so I want to be fully caught up on the series before I read the rest of it. And the next one is The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. It's a dystopian novel. It's the first in a series, and I wanted to see if I liked it before I bought it on my Kindle. But these are all the books I hope to read, but I definitely want to read a good chunk of them before I buy myself any more. I do have a lot of books on my shelf over there too, so I am going to say that I want to read at least 20 books before I buy myself anything new. New series that don't have sequels, that have no books that I have. So thank you very much. Let me know what you guys think I should read first. I am reading a few more contemporaries right now and have some books in my Kindles that I want to read as well, but I want to give myself I want to read 20 books before I buy any more. So if you guys have any comments or questions, of course, link below. If you guys have any advice, if you guys have done book bans in the past, let me know. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing, comment. Bye, guys.